Hello YouTube, Fuzz here, welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. And today we're going to finish off the last section that we were doing in the previous episode, which was D3-06, and we did quite a few mini sessions in that. But the reason I took a break after that was because this next section that we're doing today is quite annoying. You're going to be resetting quite a few times, so I did want to cover it in its own episode. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video and find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to leave a like to support me and be subscribed to my gaming channel, and we'll get on with today's episode. So this is D3-06. We're going to be taking on Ark, the boss fight, very annoying, and then doing quite a frustrating mini game before finishing off for the day. Let's get started. So we finished off last time back in the Moogle room of Oilvert, having activated the hologram here. So before we descend down the stairs, or the lift, sorry, in the next area, just make sure you grab the Gaia gear. It's the only other chest that we're missing now at this point. And then we're going to head down here. We get a cutscene that we cannot skip, followed by some dialogue before being thrust into our battle against Ark. Now, I had to kind of improvise a little bit on this fight because I don't have charge with Steiner. What charge does is it enables all enemies, all allies even, that are in critical health status to attack the enemy. And you cast it. And it's learned from the Coral Sword, which we should have purchased back in Trino, but I did forget to do so before we sold all that stuff. So I'm going to have to improvise a little bit since Steiner isn't using a very powerful weapon, which means most of our damage is going to come from Amaranth. But with the Battle Assist toggle, then we should be getting through this quite fine. However, that said, it did take about 15 attempts because this boss likes to hit with AoE attacks. And often when he does so, he's going to one-shot the whole party. So we do need a little bit of luck and, you know, need him to cast his single target attacks so that we can get through this battle. Now, we can't kill him quickly with maximum damage toggles because we do need to steal the Holy Lance as well. It's very, very important that we get that. As you can see, I did get the Holy Lance quite quickly there, so that's quite fortunate. And he's used some of his abilities that aren't doing any damage to us, which is also nice. So I'm just using Battle Assist each time Amaranth attacks here, so we can get more attacks in. And basically, since Amaranth is doing over 5,000 points of damage a hit, which he will only do if he's in the front row, which is why I told you at the end of the last episode to put him in the front row, then I thought, you know, hopefully we'll be able to finish this battle sooner rather than later. And yet another attack there from the boss, which doesn't kill anybody, so very, very fortunate with that. And that's pretty much all there was to it. It does require a lot of RNG, you know, so you will, as I say, probably have to restart this battle a few times. But there we have it. Just make sure you finish. The most important thing, you finish with the Holy Lance having been stolen by Zidane. As long as you get the Holy Lance, then everything else is quite negligible. You do want to try and keep these other three characters, apart from Aiko, alive, so that they'll learn some of their abilities. And that's it. We can go through the dialogue at this point. Before we do anything else, actually, you want to unequip your entire team. So just take everybody's gear off. And the guy does say to make sure that Aiko has the air racket, which, as you can see, she already does, since we equipped that before the battle. And then you can take the Gulag stone and kick off the next set of cutscenes. So the rest of our party is still entrapped, but fortunately Regent Sid has been able to make his way. And what we're going to do is head over to the right hand side of the screen where the cells were, and that brings us into this area where there's a Hedgehog. Now what am I doing here, do you ask? Well, we have to make our way slowly to the Hedgehog by hitting the X button. But the game has a kind of built-in easy mode on this, and if you fail 5 times in a row, then the Hedgehog turns much slower, making this minigame a lot easier. So I just recommend for the first 5 attempts, just get caught, and then on the 6th attempt, you should be able to do it. So here we have the final attempt, and you can see the Hedgehog does turn around slower. In fact, I think this is my 7th attempt. I might have actually messed up on the proper attempt, but that doesn't matter too much. So just hit the X button, mash the X button in fact, when the Hedgehog isn't looking. As soon as he turns around, stop pressing it, otherwise you'll have to restart. So you don't want to mess this room up really, because obviously we haven't had a chance to save since the Ark Boss, and you don't want to have to be repeating that. And don't get too relaxed as you get close to the cage here, thinking that you can just keep mashing because it'll all be over, because you will still get caught if he turns around. And once you've got the hourglass key, doesn't matter if he turns around, then make your way over to the scales, choose the third option, put weights on the scales, then choose the option B, C and D. It's possible that might be in a random order, so B, C and D for me was the 4th option, but it might not be for you, but it is always B, C and D that you have to choose. And then just watch as Sid does the business, and then approach the scales again and choose to climb them. And that's going to be pretty much it, to be honest. We get control of VV, and we can head back into the same room where now we have Mojito waiting for us. So we're just going to do Mognet here and accept the letter, and then we'll go ahead and save. And that'll bring us to the end of D3-06. So this was a 2-parter, but it's all over now. And I'm just going to save and then I'll show you my time. So the target time by this point is 8 hours and 36 minutes 57 seconds, and we are at 8 hours even and 18 minutes, so that's pretty much 18 minutes ahead of schedule, which isn't too shabby at all, so we've got some time to work with there. But that's it for today folks, so thanks for stopping by, and do come back soon and we'll carry on with our Final Fantasy IX walkthrough. See you then.